Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. And today I have three teams for you for the Journey event. It's like a red Daemon Journey event. So, got high, mid, and low for you. You want to do the highest miles whenever you can. Um, if you do lower miles, it's not that big of a deal. But what you really want to do is make sure you have the Pathfinder on your team. So in the shop, you'll buy up to the Blighthound, who is the Pathfinder right there on the screen, and he will give you more miles for every single fight. So you want to like fully ascend them, fully trade them, and all that good business. Buy up to the weapon. That's a good target if you're high level, and then you just orbit. And if you're like mid or low level, you might have to buy up a little bit further, which is, unfortunate. All right, here's the high level team. We have Scourge of Honor, Narmel, Wand of Stars, and the Blighthound, the Journey Troop, the Pathfinder. So pretty much going all in on the true damage, which is it's always a good thing to do. Putting Scourge in first slot early just to get him up quicker. The wand is catching multiple colors under those two. Later on, we may need the Narmel to finish things off. It also does like some true splash damage, I think. So you're getting up your Scourge, you're casting it early. Later on, you're going to get up your Wand, cast it, get up Scourge and Narmel, cast both of them. And then even later than that, you may cast a Wand twice and cast everything twice. But it should work pretty good, pretty far. I have confidence in it. I think I did Titan class because we have a couple brown troops on the team. And yeah, in other news, hey, the ruby macaque. I don't know how you say it. Put it in the comments. I call it the ruby weapon. I call it the red macaque. Whatever you want to call it is available for the first time in the Soul Forge right now. So that is what I'm going to do for my mid-level team. That's why you don't see it on the high-level team. I wanted to use it for the mid-level team because I feel like it's more of a mid-level. Even though it's awesome, I love it. It's like first, like it comes. You know me. I'm not excited about much, but the ruby weapon is nice. And if I'm saying that right off a Jump Street, you know it's probably pretty good. Because I usually undersell things like whatever, it's not great. But this thing was kicking butt, so I really like it. I can't believe I haven't had it for this long. It was a pay weapon that people had to buy. It's probably the strongest pay thing we've ever had. Like it's good. Similar, what does it remind me of? It like does true damage to all enemies and explodes up the board, and you get like a lot of your mana back. It's almost like a Stellarix weapon, but doing true damage. So I've only used it a couple times. You'll see like almost every single fight I've used it in right here on the mid-level team. But I need to use it a little bit more, see how strong it is and all that business. But yeah, it's the first time you can get it. The Dread Cutlass in the Soul Forge was the last weapon that hasn't shown up yet for all the ingredients to the Ruby Macaque. So you should have it now, unless you just started the game in the last like 6 months or something. Then you might not have it. But if you've been playing the game for a year or more, you should now have that weapon. So I'm going with Marilith, the Ruby weapon, Narmel, and Blighthound. So mid-level teams just mean no mythic. My high-level team means you have access to every single thing in the game. Mid-level means you don't, so you might have to use things that aren't mythics or wands or stuff like that. So we got Marilith, Ruby weapon, Narmel, Blighthound. Blighthound, the Journey Troop, he's doing the, hit one enemy and put red on the board. That used to be really, really good before they nerfed it. If we did a full team of Daemon and we cast that spell like a year ago or 9 months ago, it would loop into itself over and over and over and over. It's really awesome, like Chalcedony, Secra, Suraluin, Egris, all of those. But they got nerfed, so they're not as good now, so I kind of hung them on the end of the team like a dingleberry for most of the battles on most of the teams here. I think all of them. But Marilith will get your team up, get it going. She's a really good mana generator for red. The Ruby weapon will just kill them in one shot or hurt them really bad and then blow up the board and get itself almost all the way back up. And then you got Narmel for backup, just in case, like, he catches the purple. So he's catching purple. He's also doing true, like, heavy splash damage. which is nice, and he's easy to get. He's like an underworld troop, so you should have it. And then the journey troop, of course, that everybody should have on every one of their teams. So this one was going very, very well. Like all true damage ones. I might use this one instead of the high level team. So just to test out the weapon, see what it can do. So this is the one I'm going to use, and I'm excited about it. The ruby weapon. I don't know where that is coming from. But anyway. Oh, was I like... Okay. I can't believe it. Oh, never mind. Don't worry about it. But yeah, here's the low-level team. We got Merilith. We have the hero with Summer's Fury. We got Tyraxis. He's like the only low-level thing that hits multiple enemies. I mean, that hits like all the enemies and it has a boost ratio. It turns blue to brown, and you know, pretty good. This team, you may have to use something like later on. This will work good like early. I wasn't like super excited about it basically. This one will work good early, but later on you may have to switch to something like Earth's Fury or Mange or something like that. I was corrected on Mang. It's Mange supposedly. Shout out to Crow. It makes sense to me though, Mange, but also it could be Mangle. I don't know. Let me know what you think. If you type it into like Google and do the like have Google pronounce it for you, I think it does Mange. But I've always said Mang because of like Mangle, but it could be Mange like Mangy. I don't know. But with this team, and I know your Merilith isn't gonna destroy as much as mine, right? I know your Summer's Fury isn't going to do as much damage as my Summer's Fury. I know your Tyraxis isn't going to do as much damage as my Tyraxis. But, you know, the Merilith gets up everything else. The Summer's Fury puts red up there. The Blighthound puts red up there. The Tyraxis turns blue to brown. The brown gets up the Blighthound. Everything can get their mana. I know that the Summer's Fury looks like it's blocked, but Merilith usually does a pretty good job of getting everybody up. But yeah, like I said, if you're having lots of trouble as a beginner, first of all, you don't have to do as much. You're not high level, you're not mid-level. Like, just do what you can do. But maybe try Earth's Fury or Mange or a weapon that summons. So if you lose your first slot. But if you have the ruby weapon, use that, because that's really, really good. Or the wand, you know, good options. Check the Soul Forge. But that's it for today. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel, comment below. I have a Patreon now. I'm still setting it up, though, so yeah. I'll talk to y'all about it later.